everyone, hope you all are doing great. In this video, I will be talking about something very important and the most requested by far. So, if you didn't study psychology in your bachelor's and you really want to make it in this field and you really want to study it, then what is the steps to be followed? If you're coming from a non-psychology background, what is the academic pathway will look like? So, I will be addressing all that, and a lot of students sometimes DM me asking that if I didn't do psychology in my bachelor's, can I still become a psychologist? Well, the answer is yes, of course, you certainly can. So, in this video, I will be telling exactly how you can. So, watch the video till the very end, and if you have any doubts, you can always leave them in the comment section below. I will be also telling you about the universities, colleges, and everything that you can go through, and also entrance exam book recommendations. So make sure to watch the video till the very end. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I would really request you to do that, because it is only going to motivate me to create more and more content for you all. And if you have already subscribed to it, then thank you so much. I'm really grateful for having you by my side in this journey. So without further delay, let's get to start the video. Now, let's start off by clearing a big myth that you all must be having, that if we didn't study bachelor's in psychology, then we cannot become a psychologist. No, it's not like that. You certainly can become a psychologist even if you have not studied it in your bachelor's. The key important here is that you're studying it in your master's and you're specializing, you're doing internships and everything. So that is the thing. The thing which is necessary is doing master's in psychology. So, talking about the pathways in order to become a psychologist, as I mentioned earlier, you don't need to have bachelor's in psychology. If you have it in your master's, then that's great. And then now there's a differentiation that I often find students confused about, is whether to take MA, MSc, and you sometimes don't see MA as, good option. You want to do MSc, especially if you're coming from science background in bachelor's, you want to do, have that masters of science thing. But let me tell you, being in this field, the name doesn't really matter a lot. It's only the college or the university who has decided to call this course this particular name. The name has nothing to do with the course structure, although it does signify Masters of Arts and Masters of Science, but there's a really very thin differentiation. So please don't go and fall into that name trap. You can always do MA or MSc. You just have to do your Masters in Psychology. Now the question that you all must be having, that how do I get into Masters if I don't have any knowledge, I don't have any basic knowledge? Of course, there are entrance exams and everything. How do I clear that? Now, that is a very valid question, because if you have not had any foundation about what the subject is, and of course, for masters, there are entrance exams. True, but you can always read up about it. Yes. So, the first thing that majorly students have to go through is CUET-PG entrance exam, which is a national eligibility exam to get admission into master's program for different universities in India. I will be putting up a list of universities over here which do not require you having psychology as one of the subject in bachelor's. They take students from non-psychology background as well. Your first thing that you have to study for is CUET-PG exam. And also, if you would like any book recommendations, then Power Within Psychology book Master's Entrance is your go-to, as even I have used that book for my preparation in order to clear entrance exams, and I have cleared various entrances including Christ University, Geetham University, St. Francis College, and few others. Besides CUET-PG, some of the universities and colleges don't really follow CUET-PG. They have their own entrance exams and interviews, so you can go to their website, their official website, and see as to what is their take-in process, like do they follow their admission or entrance exams. So you can get more detailed information on their official website. Let's talk about which university is actually great for you. If you're coming from non-psychology background, then hands down Christ University is your go-to. They have their own entrance exam and interview process, but if you are not having your foundation, you have just studied for entrance exam and have cleared it, then your Christ University really provides you with strong foundation. The curriculum is great, and also they provide pro bono therapy for the students, where students are working under supervision, providing free counseling to clients. A lot of internship exposure is involved, so Christ University is the best option. And then later you have many of the universities in Pune, like Vishwakarma University or Modern University. In Hyderabad you have Osmania University or St. Francis College, and Amity University also gives you admission even if you're coming from psychology background. So that's that is all I create in terms of course structure and everything. So if you're coming from that background, so you really can check these colleges. Now that we have discussed about how you can apply for masters entrances and everything, if you are from non-psychology background, the book recommendations, academic pathway, entrance exams and everything, now the question comes is that what do you need to do after your masters in psychology? So now if you are more inclined towards counseling, you can start working in maybe schools, colleges as counselors and even educators, or in centers, so you really can work there. Clinical psychology, you really have to register yourself with RCI. The entire process is totally different now in order to become a clinical psychologist, for which I have uploaded a detailed video on my channel, so you can check it out. Although if you want to become clinical psychologist, it's a little tricky, because since the recent changes have come up, where the eligibility criteria is having psychology in your bachelor's, so that's a little tricky part with clinical psychology that you cannot really do, but you can always explore your options and also talk with people in the field, the educators in the universities and everything, if you're inclined about clinical psychology and don't have a psychology background, because the recent changes have really changed a bit. So make sure to watch my detailed video on that. And tips for non-psychology student is, when you're preparing, try to read as much as possible. If you want me to give you a book recommendations, I can always do that. Or if you want to connect with me for one-on-one mentoring session to gain more knowledge, or if you have any specific questions, you can always reach out to me via email address or Instagram. And if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure to follow me there, as I post a lot of content on psychological concepts and everything. So you really can follow me on my Instagram as well as YouTube. And that's pretty much all the video that is about. So if you're coming from non-psychology background, I hope the video was helpful, and if you have any doubts, you can always leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer it as soon as possible. So now I'll meet you in my next video. Till then, take care and all the very best.